Yes, indeed. This is Professor David Steinberg, and this evening I am pissed off. So you're going to have to deal with it. What can I tell you? Here's what I can tell you. Do you know Ford Motors? That's right, Ford Motors. They're creating 2,600 new jobs in Mexico. Ford Motor Company announced from Yahoo News. Notice how the lamestream media buries this story for reasons we'll get to momentarily. Ford Motor Company announced its decision to gradually shift the company's small car production from the United States to Mexico. The move is being made to take advantage of lower costs, blah, blah, blah. Further, Chief Executive Trader Mark Field, Chief Executive Officer, revealed the company's plans to move the majority of its production of small cars to other low-cost countries around the world. Let me translate. That means fire Americans and hire people living elsewhere, particularly Mexico. This is the same company that came to the federal government begging for a bailout because they were so ineptly managed. They were bankrupt. Begging for a bailout. And we, the taxpayers, wasn't sure that wasn't my decision, but the Obama administration gave them a bunch of our money to bail them out. And now that they did it, what does Ford do? What kind of loyalty do they have? They say, ha ha ha, we're going to Mexico. We took your money and we're going to Mexico. You're stupid. Jerks. That's right. They took our money and they're going now to Mexico after begging for a bailout because the company was too inept to keep themselves in business. I want to take this moment to give special thanks to Bill and Hillary Clinton. Especially Hillary Clinton, since she's in the news these days. Like, Hillary, I want to give you special thanks for ramming NAFTA through so corrupt companies like Ford Motors could fire Americans and replace them with Mexicans. That's what's going on here. Americans are going to lose their jobs and they're going to be replaced by Mexicans in Mexico. That's Ford Motors. That's who they have loyalty to. Think of all of the money that Americans have poured into this company year after year, buying their cars. And this is how we're repaid. And Hillary, you were the enabler. You were the one that, along with your wonderful husband, Bill, pushed through NAFTA so that these companies could fire Americans and hire Mexicans. Maybe you ought to run for president of Mexico. You guys have done a fantastic job creating jobs in Mexico. Donald Trump has a response, and it's a damn good response. He says he would impose a tariff or a tax, call it what you will, of 35% of every car made in Mexico being imported into the United States. You want to know why people want to vote for Donald Trump? You want to know why I'm voting for Donald Trump? There it is. What's Hillary Clinton had to say about this? What's Hillary Clinton have to say about 2,000 Americans losing their jobs? Nothing. Trump's plan is to impose a 35% tax. Good idea. But Mr. Trump, I'm going to raise you one. I wouldn't impose a 35% tax. I'd impose an embargo. I would, the minute I took office, I would say, no Ford Motor cars may be imported in the United States. And for every car that Ford attempts to import, they will pay a $100 million fine. You might have to get it through Congress, and I mean, good luck with that. But, at least the fine part. The embargo, sure, why not? Obama says he has a pen and a phone. You'll have a pen and a phone, too. You can't do that! Why the heck not? Why not? This is a company that disrespects America. Time to pay them back. They love Mexico so much, sell your crummy cars to Mexicans. We don't want them. So what can the average person do? What can those of us who are in Hillary's deplorables do? What can those of us who Bill Clinton refers to as quote unquote the coal people? Who talks like that? The coal people. What can we do? We can do plenty. Boycott Ford Motors. Do not buy a Ford car under any circumstances. Boycott this crummy company. You don't want their cars anyway. You need a car? Buy a Toyota. Somehow, Toyota seems to recognize the value of American labor. They remember when Toyota was building their plant here? Oh my God! The Democratic Party went wild. Oh, they can't build a car plant here. Well, guess what? They're still here. And they're still building cars. And Democratic Party darlings like Ford Motor, they're sticking it to Americans in a daily business. If you're an American, do not buy a Ford. If you buy a Ford, you're a traitor. It's that simple. You have lots of other car choices out there. Don't buy their car. If you own their stock, sell it. You'll have a lot of company. It's one of the worst performing stocks over the past year, over I don't know how long. You know, this company, despite every advantage in the world, still can't get its act together. Sell. If you own their stock, sell it. Sell it now. I don't own any, and I guarantee you this, I won't ever buy any Ford stock. Ever. Ever. No one should buy this stock. If you buy a Ford car, you're a traitor, and you should move to Mexico. That's all there is to it. You're a traitor to America. This is what's wrong with this country in a nutshell. These disgusting, greedy CEOs who would, push their mom out into the street for a quarter. Loyal Americans who worked in their company for years, making them rich. Loyal Americans who bought their product, and these people don't give a rat's ass, and the politicians are right behind them. Right behind them. Oh yes, let's have free trade. Free trade is not free trade. Free trade is anti-American trade. NAFTA is a disgrace, an abomination, and it needs to be repealed. And hopefully, we can put Ford Motor out of business and put their idiot CEO, Mark Fields, out of a job. This is a disgrace. And any politician who doesn't speak up on this, they deserve to be sent home. This is Professor David Steinberg.